So the biggest match of the Rugby World Cup group stages is just about upon us, and Ireland have recently announced their side. The Springboks did it a couple days ago. Ireland have now announced their side as well, and it is a very strong looking lineup. We will start with the front row. It is going to be 1 Andrew Porter, 2 Ronan Kelleher, and number 3 Tadhg Furlong. A formidable front row for the Irish. Going to be going head to head with Stephen Kitsoff, Bongi Mbonambi, and Franz Malherbe. I'm very curious to know how scrums go throughout this game. It's one of those aspects of this contest that whoever has the dominance there may get that little bit more possession, keep it in their hands that bit longer in the lock and Joe. It will be number 4 Tadhg Beirne and number 5 James Ryan. Now Tadhg Beirne has actually scored in every contest of this Rugby World Cup so far, and in fact he got himself 2 in the first game up against Romania. So in a try scoring mood, has been looking very impressive, whether he has been playing at lock or whether he is playing in that loose forward trio. And speaking of that loose forward trio, number 6 Peter O'Mahony, number 7 Josh Van den Flower, and number 8 Caelan Doris. So I believe about as strong as the Irish could have gone with in that loose forward trio. And I believe overall for this ball pack, it is about what the Irish would have wanted to go with. They have gone relatively similar in the last 2 contests, building up a lot of consistency in their starting lineup. They have managed to avoid a majority of injuries up to this point. Of course, that is the way they want it to stay as they head towards those quarterfinals. In the back line, it is Jamison Gibson-Park at number 9 and number 10, Johnny Sexton. So Gibson-Park, he didn't play in the last game. Instead, they did actually go with Conor Murray as well as Craig Casey coming off the bench. But for this game, they've gone back to Jamison Gibson-Park alongside Johnny Sexton, who very similar to Tadhg Beirne, has been able to score himself at least 1 try in all of the fixtures for the Irish throughout this Rugby World Cup, and he has been in some terrific form. The Springboks will be looking to shut him down early so that he isn't allowed to get that back line moving like it normally does. For the Irish, out on the left wing, it will be James Lowe. He is going head-to-head with Kurtley Arendse throughout this game. Number 12, Bundy Aki, the leading try scorer in this Rugby World Cup competition, sitting on 4 tries, got himself a double up against the Romanians, and also got himself the double up against the Tongans. Number 14, out on the other wing, it is Mac Hansen to go on one-on-one with Cheslin Colby. And then at number 15, to close out the starting lineup for the Irish, it is Hugo Keenan. A very strong 4-pack, brilliant backline. This game's going to be an absolutely awesome one. Looking through at the reserves now, the Springboks, they did go with a 7-1 split. 7 forwards, 1 back. The question mark was whether or not the Irish would go with a 6-2. They have not. Instead, sticking with the 5-3, including an injury return straight off the bat, and that is number 16, Dan Sheehan. He has been missing for the last few games for the Irish side, but now that he is back, if he is going to be match fit throughout the rest of the games of this Rugby World Cup, I would assume he will slowly take that starting lineup spot back. Number 17, Dave Kilcoyne, and number 18, it is Finlay Bilham, another man who has recently returned from injury. Number 19, Ian Henderson, and then number 20, Ryan Baird. They are all of the forward replacements for Ireland. Number 21, Conor Murray, number 22, Jack Crowley, and number 23 to close out this Irish side. It is Robbie Henshaw, but this game it is going to be kicking off at 8 a.m. New Zealand time, but I believe that is due to daylight saving, and it will actually be an 8 p.m. kickoff in Ireland or a 9 p.m. kickoff if you are in South Africa. We are going to be covering the game live on the channel, so if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But let me know what you think of the Irish side in the comments down below. I feel like it is very close to the strongest team that they could have put out on the field. And because of that, I feel like this game is going to have a lot of talent throughout it, whether that's for the Springboks, whether that's for Ireland. It could all come down to one mistake. So neither of these sides will want to be the one that does make it. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.